Their overarching goal is higher education will have been delivered to rural, remote and marginalized population of Nepal. I will not go there. What are the possibilities? From fully online asynchronous courses to synchronous online courses in 3D virtuals, all the possibilities we want to explore. We want to have from exclusively textual material to portable audio and video instructional content, from shortwave FM radios to television broadcast. Some of these possibilities are already existing in Nepal. In Canada, it's luxury to have a cell phone, but in Nepal it is not. Even rickshaw puller, everyone has. My illiterate father has one, my illiterate mother has one cell phone in there. In one of the rooms in my home, there were at one time 15 cell phones ringing at the same time with different ringtones. So that is like that. And receiving is free, unlike Canada. It's such a good thing. We must utilize that facility. If the receiving is free, a tutor from distance from Canada, if I am running a course to in Nepal, I can call that person and give him 1 hour's lecture, but still it is free for him. So we can utilize those kind of things. There is FM radios, radio stations right now. Almost every district has now FM radios. We don't have roads, but we have these kind of things. Varied class sizes. It might be 1-to-1, it might be a class of 15 from distance. So there is no need for classroom, gallery type classroom like this. And there need to be some campus time as well. Because occasionally we need to give them really hands-on training, then we will call the students to that particular one site as a class program. For example, we have to show them how to do a particular procedure. In that case, what we will do, in the regular conventional university, what happens, we have to give the lectures throughout the year, throughout the session, academic session. The class will happen once in a week for one course, but other courses are running together. But in this design of distance education, what happens, if there is a need for some lab work, all the students will be called in one resource center, to a resource center where that can be performed, and that will be performed for 3 days, 7 days crash course. So like that it could be organized, which is not that difficult. So yes, we can have all opportunities. Some of the theories behind content design that I wanted to present, but there is no time for it. Let me emphasize on some points like rural teachers range from high school dropouts to graduates, which I told you already, have long teaching tenure but no degrees. We need education degree. Rural women may have secondary education and end up being housewives. They can earn degrees in social work, agriculture, post-secondary diploma on technology to become self-reliant. Better half of Nepal's population. And occupational caste groups possess rudimentary traditional skills in metal craft, garment, leather work, stone craft, music. They are in need of modernizing their occupation through post-secondary level technology. Most disadvantaged group, which constitute about 15% of Nepal's population. So, need of the target groups, we need to use market advantage as well. On that, strict discipline-based education system has created gaps in interdisciplinary areas of development in the country. Agriculture, biotechnology, environment, and rural development. There might be a cross-cutting issues which have not been addressed by traditional education systems. So many youth flee to foreign countries to work without any post-secondary education and end up doing manual low-paying jobs. They need at least post-secondary technology diploma to have a reasonable competitive edge in the labor market abroad. Rural people in general need universal access to higher education to acquire equal opportunity to participate as a mainstream in the national development. Some of the priority areas I can propose is, as I mentioned already so much strongly about education, teachers. Education degree for rural teachers with science, math, English, humanities, instructional design as their main areas of designation or specialization. Another areas can be health studies, community health, health policy. One area, of course, we need for development is engineering technology, or utilizing earth, soil, water, air, metalworks, power, energy, computer resources. Another area is rural institutional planning, social work, social sustainability, rural project management. And fifth area I could say is interdisciplinary degrees, as I mentioned earlier, agriculture, biotechnology, environment, agro-industry. Sixth could be business studies, human resource management. And how do we deliver? A little bit about that. Do I have time to do all this? In essence, it is about optimizing means of communication between the university, faculty, tutors, and staff, and students, and providing learning materials to them. So via what? We could do local kiosks, local college. We don't have to have really huge infrastructure campus like Carleton University. What is the tower's name here? Yeah. We would not need tower like that. We would be just needing resource centers. So, and we can even utilize already existing colleges. We have spoken to some of the colleges which are autonomous. They are willing to participate in our program, where we can run our crash program or lab courses when they are not running their regular programs. And we can use online designs, online modes like WebCity, blogs, RSS feeding, podcasting. We can use mail. We have to mail. We have to improve mailing system in Nepal, that's for sure. In Canada, we have experienced such a good thing. Even if you are getting a $2,000 check by mail, it will be dropped in our mailbox, nothing happens, and there is no problem. It's not to be registered or anything like that. But in Nepal, some of our people are applying for immigration. Actually, Delhi High Commission Office, Canadian High Commission Office sent mail letter to the person. It is lost on the way. They didn't receive it. So we had to call Delhi office and say that please issue another letter. It is lost. Somehow they didn't receive. So that is the dire situation. Actually, it's really problematic mail. We have to side by side. The government has to improve the postal system. That could be very good. But courier service, private services are working fine. They deliver. And fax is working. Mobile phone, I told already. Radio and TV. Dr. Adhikari is going to tell a story, possibility about TV. I am not touching on that. And limited campus and lab opportunities at pre-scheduled crash events. I already explained a little bit earlier. What do you want to deliver? This is just an example, not necessarily all the courses. Higher education for rural teachers, school teachers. Why? I already gave this data also. I'm not going there right now. Now our plan is how do we go about it? You know, we want to avoid Kathmandu as a headquarters for this initiative. We have too many universities and colleges and everything in Kathmandu. If we start from Kathmandu, we will not reach anywhere but Kathmandu. So we want to start somewhere in the middle. B is actually Muktinath, and 1 and 2 are actually Pakliwa, Lumbini and Pakliwa. We want to have this as a, actually this corridor idea is Dr. Pramod Dhakal. He names it as a, what is it? Muktinath Lumbini corridor. We want to start somewhere from that corridor and do something. There are some, why we start there? There is a very good reason for that. It is easily accessible by road. There are some of the educational institutions who are willing to participate. We want to start from there at the headquarters, and actually I'd like to request His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Gimire and his team actually to motivate government of Nepal to hand over Paklia campus, which is now currently agricultural campus, to this university for free. That's my actually proposal. Actually, this one, I spoke with Ambassador in Washington DC, Dr. Sharma. He said they have to give. Actually, they are not to give. It's the government who gives, because I have the experience. What happened was the place where I was working in Pokhara. I worked for Nepal, government of Nepal for 21 years. Many of our friends here, they know. Actually, they know the incidents also. The place where I was working, I was in charge of Drona Veterinary Hospital in Nepal, and we had a huge land area. It was acquired a long time back. Then other government officials didn't have land space. Actually, I was living in official residential quarters, residence, and that area, some people had an iron. Actually, it was the Ministry of Health. They wanted to build a TB hospital there, in where I was living. I was staying as was my residence. Dr. Gimire knows where I was staying. In that place, they wanted to build a TB hospital. Then what they did, without my willingness, government of Nepal, cabinet decided, Minister of Council decided that area is handed over to Ministry of Health, so that they can build a TB hospital with the aid of Japanese government. So it is doable. Likewise, we want to have a cabinet decision on Paklia campus, which is very well located, very close to place of Lord Buddha, and we want to take over that campus. That's an agriculture institute under Tribhuvan University will not be losing anything. Anyway, they are running a program. It's called JTA program, Junior Technical Training Program. That we can take up. Actually, we can continue that program as well. No hampering on that. But we want that space for our central distribution center, central headquarters. Like we have seen the central distribution center in Athabasca University. In Athabasca University, within how many seconds you get a book?
In about, you mean the print book?
Yeah. You hit the button in the computer, book is ready.
In about 10 seconds.
10 seconds. You hit the button of a book, then you at the other end of the machine, you get a fully binded book for distance learning. Then they mail out that book to the reader somewhere in Ontario. Is not that correct?
It's called printing on demand, yes.
Yes. So that is the kind of thing we will need for distance education. We need a central headquarters. We need Paklia campus. There is a good reason for that, because we want to start somewhere there. And in the next slide, we want to go westward. That's where is the most people who do not have access to higher education. We want to go westward by at least 2015. Then, without further delay, then we will go to east as well and cover the whole country. That is the vision, actually. This is for only example as a rural teachers who are deprived of higher education. And I will not go into details. Actually, I have got some printout about 10-15 copies of a example pilot program we want to test. It is an adaptation from Athabasca University's Bachelor in General Studies course. We need to do pilot. That's just a proposal, not necessarily the plan. Plan, I'll leave it to Dr. Adhikari to present. I think without further delay, I should stop somewhere. Thank you very much. If you have any questions,